One of the great things when we have a night like this is to meet the young athletes and also to induct athletes into the Port Coquitlam Sports Hall of Fame. Here is the story of our first inductee tonight.
For Doug Blesson, sports was always part of his life. The enjoyment came from the competition and the precision.
Bring your head down.
15 years ago, he found something
Keep control of your breathing, slow in and slow out.
that was a perfect fit for him.
The first time I tried it, I knew that I could be competitive at this at a high level. I was so taken by it the first time I tried it that I knew I was going to sink everything that I had into this sport. And I have for more than 15 years. It's definitely a challenge to keep it still.
For Blesson, it's the simplicity of the sport.
The only thing that's moving is this finger.
Success and failure falls on no one else. He is in control.
It's all on you, and I prefer it that way. It's all about form, function, and perfection in every shot, and making every shot exactly the same as the last shot.
Repetition, shot after shot, keeping things the same. But that's not life. There is always change. Doug's life was altered dramatically when he was in his early 20s. It happened during a New Year's Eve snowboard trip to Vernon with his girlfriend and 3 other couples.
On the evening drive out, I was in the back of a pickup truck because I tried to be a gentleman and let my girlfriend and her sister sit in the front of the cab of the pickup, and about halfway down the mountain on one of the switchbacks, the truck rolled, and I got pitched out the back and snapped my neck across the tailgate, and flopped out the back and sat in the snow for about 45 minutes with a broken neck. But when I pulled myself up on the bumper of the truck, I could see that my whole lower half had been flopped over, and I was sort of laying sideways, and I couldn't feel that. And that was really that was the moment where things okay, something is wrong, I'm gonna lay down now.
A broken neck. No feeling in his legs. Partial use of his right hand. Minimal use of his left. It's something he says he processed quickly and remained calm. No real panic. Life was going to be different. His girlfriend of 6 months at the time of the accident, Joanne, never left his side.
It was tough. I mean, we were so young, but yeah, I mean, I was with him and committed to being with him, and saw him go through this trauma. I mean, I was there in the hospital with him every day he was there for 7 months in rehab, and yeah, so I saw him go through everything, so it just kind of brought us closer together.
Young love endured, and after the accident, they were married. Then shortly after, welcomed twins. As the boys got a little older, that's when Doug found his sport. First Paralympics representing Canada was in 2012 in London.
The rollout onto the field in the opening ceremonies is always super emotional, and the closing ceremonies are even more so.
After London and one major event behind him, his career highlight with his performance in Rio in 2016.
To make the finals in any shooting event is a huge big deal, and then to be put under that pressure and perform to the level where I made 6th in the world, it's not something that a lot of people do.
COVID brought adjustments for everyone. For Doug, he needed a place to shoot. Rather than home on the range, it was a range in the home, and it's where he continues to shoot and set his targets.
I don't foresee myself quitting anytime soon because I have an ultimate goal of winning medals, and that'll come.
Something he never expected in this journey is a moment like this, to be honored where everyone in the city will now know his story.
There's a very big name in this Hall of Fame. Terry Fox is a lower mainland icon, and actually he's a worldwide icon. And to have your name talked about in the same realm as somebody like that is, wow, pretty cool.
Doug Blesson, the newest member of the Port Coquitlam Sports Hall of Fame.
Everybody, please welcome Doug Blesson. I think maybe we got Joanna to cry, or maybe we didn't.
I'm
we
almost
did.
there myself.
Well, listen. As I said when the show started, the great thing for us is to meet the wonderful people, and you guys were so lovely to open up your home to Gary and I, and your story is just incredible. What does this mean? I don't know what you expected, but everybody on their feet here. What can you put into words?
It's amazing. It's you know, you spend your time concentrating on your sport, and you sort of think inward a lot. And then when something like this comes along, and it's more of a community thing, it's a great honor. It's a great honor.
Well, I'm glad we were able to share your story, because now everyone will know it. They'll see you in the Hall of Fame. So much of life, no matter what we do, is about a mental approach. Doug, what would you say? How have you persevered through everything? And now take that to be as good as you can in your sport.
I'm not the kind of person who really sits around and you know, dotes over things that you can't make any changes to. So, and, you know, in the video there, it was obvious that something was very wrong when I broke my neck, and I don't think after that point I really, you know, spent a lot of time thinking about, oh, this is such a horrible thing or anything like that. I'm the kind of person who's going to look forward instead of back. So
is that just been by nature? Yeah, a round of applause.
It is by nature, yeah, definitely.
You know, as a young athlete, where you give it your best, and it was all days were positive?
No, not everything is positive, but you have to turn the things that aren't positive into positives and use those as opportunities to learn from mistakes or poor performances or things like that. My sports psychology coach is over there. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's going to love that answer, right, Saul?
Saul over there.
Yep.
One of your first coaches was here like at 3:30. He was here earlier than me. So you've got a great crew of friends and support over there.
I do.
How important was it to find that relationship with shooting? You kind of tried some other sports.
Yes.
Why did that click for you?
You know, I first started out in the sport in a wheelchair, playing wheelchair rugby. And then when we welcomed our twins, committing to a team sport was going to be difficult. So once they were old enough and I needed to find another sport outlet, I had a bunch of sports sort of lined up that I wanted to give a try. And shooting ended up being actually the very first thing on the list that I was going to have a go at. And the very first time I tried it, I was definitely hooked. And I like things that have precision. Like, I used to be a big-time snowboarder. I didn't care about going off jumps or hammering moguls or things like that. I wanted to carve the perfect lines and the perfect set of corduroy ski hills. So this is kind of just my nature.
You know, I was texting with Doug. We were trying to set up the time for us to come do the interview at his house, and then we'd like to get you know, footage of you shooting as well, thinking we're going somewhere. Because no, we'll do it right here in the house. And so I'm just going, what the hell are we walking into here? You have a permit for that too, because the mayor's here. I think you can, right?
I do. I do. That's an air rifle, so it's not considered a firearm.
Yeah,
so
no,
we're okay.
and so I'm down in the kitchen downstairs. Gary or Cameron's upstairs, and I'm talking to Joanne and one of the sons. I'm just going like, what's going on? Yeah. They go, oh, he's just getting ready. What's going to happen? Like, I hear a bang and just quietly hear this pop. It's like I guess a kid's practicing drums. You're up there for an hour. They don't walk upstairs when he's shooting, by the way. I mean, it's everybody stay where they are. Is it almost, is that a perfect fit, actually, to be able to do that and have it in control in your home?
You know, COVID was great for me because it meant we couldn't go to the range, and I had to find a different outlet or somewhere to practice. And it just so happens I can sit in my office and shoot down the hall into my bedroom, and it's the exact same distance as everywhere else, and I have the same type of targeting systems that we have internationally.
And I've said it, the interviews up here are all about being honest, Doug. You are a world-class shooter, but there's marks on the wardrobe. Like, you've missed.
Shh.
Don't tell Joanne.
Joanne.
Yeah, sorry, that wardrobe's got a couple of dings in it.
It does.
What is next for you? What's the goal in the next competition?
My goal is to drive to the next Paralympics because it's going to be in LA, so that would be amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have an event, the World Championships in Korea coming up in September, and if the war in the UAE ends or in the Middle East, I'll be going to the UAE for another World Cup.
Listen, you were so hospitable to us. And as I say,
It's all
the great
Joanne,
part
by the
of
way.
my job, well, it's mostly Joanne, but the great part is to share stories, and she's a big part of it. And I'm so glad everyone here knows, and they will see your story now forever in the Sports Hall of Fame, because it is so well deserved.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's such an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. You're awesome, buddy. Awesome. Like I said, there are so many wonderful stories around this city. It is great. And Doug and what he has done and his drive to get better and better. He's saying there's young athletes he's up against, but he's the veteran, and we wish him the best as he continues on with his drive. So thank you very much. Joanna and the family, where are the boys? Where are the twins? Oh, they're just one today. And you're not the one I met. Yeah. Well, no, but here's what I'm going to have to say. What's your brother's name? Yeah, I was going to say Spencer. Oh, we had a lovely evening with your mom and dad and Spencer and the dog. Loved the dog. And mostly after about 5 minutes we just talked trash about you on the island. Yeah. Am I right? You're on the island? Joanna, that was kind of it. Like going, you 50% with the twins. One really worked out well. The other just, he's a little bit of an orangutan. But we love him. We love him, right? So, nice to meet you. It wasn't all bad talk. Yeah, great for your family. It has been incredible to meet you all. Hey.
Okay, Doug, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And tell us a bit about yourself and what just happened.
Well, just the great honor of being in the hall for Poco Sports, and when they announced it to me or came and told me about it, I was quite floored and deeply honored. And I love the city of Poco, so I've built my family here, and sport is awesome in this city.
Yeah, and of course maybe people don't know, you competed in Rio. You're a Paralympian, so what is that like to represent not only your country, but I guess in some ways Port Coquitlam at the same time?
I think of Port Coquitlam first before I think of the rest of it.
Yeah.
This is where my roots is, and I love to represent Poco. And Rio 2016 was an amazing 4-year run-up, and to finish sixth in the world is not something that a lot of people do. And it was an amazing time. It was an amazing time competing in front of the world like that.
Well, I know it's a special moment because when we were out in the hallway, they were trying to grab some of the younger people for interviews. Yeah. You have an entourage of at least 8 or 10 people that came tonight or something.
It's like 20.
Yeah, but I always embellish, so I was trying to cut it in half. But that's great to see. So, So, what got you into shooting? Like, what is it? What is it about that you like?
I'm all about anything precision.
Right.
I love to do things that take. It's weird. A lot of people don't like repetition, but for me, I think I excel at things that take repetition, because I love to refine the process down to the nth degree, and then find every little single bit of performance that I can out of that sort of step 1, step 2, step 3, and how to go through it.
And then when you're younger and you look at competing in the Olympics, did you ever? Everybody wants to compete. You see Eddie the Eagle, you think, oh, I want to do that. But is there a point that it just fell into your I want to do that, or is it something you always thought about?
Long before I ever ended up in a wheelchair, I remember the 1984 Olympics and watching it on TV as a kid, and I always thought, like, right from that get-go, I would be like, man, I would so love to be on a stage like that and be able to perform in front of the world. And at that point, it was just a thought, and then it turned into something real.
Yeah. And for a Paralympian, I mean, the Olympics is a big thing, and sometimes, you know, it's after the Olympics or it's the second Paralympics. What is that atmosphere like? Like sometimes we don't get to, you know, we're so focused on the main Olympics, and all of a sudden, you know, the whole for yourself, competing with your peers. What is that like?
You know, for me, I've really felt at all of the Paralympics that I've been to, Rio, 2012 in London, and in Tokyo as well. They make you feel like everything that was done for yourself, and maybe it's a bit of a selfish feeling, but I think every athlete there probably feels the exact same way. It's an amazing thing to go through, and an amazing thing to see from the floor of the playing field and whatnot, and having Olympic Stadium full of people cheering you on. It's an amazing thing.
Well, congratulations about tonight. Thanks for representing the country and Port Coquitlam in the Olympics. Anything that you want to pass on to folks that maybe you just want to pass along?
Yeah, a lot of young people here tonight, and they are receiving their awards. And these awards, they don't come by chance. It's about perseverance, and a lot of these young athletes have been, have their struggles, and they're here because they overcame those struggles. That I think is the most important thing about sport, is to learn from mistakes, learn from issues on the field, or I didn't perform as well as I should have today. You need to take those as a lesson, and learn from those, and next time you get onto the field, it'll be better.
Well, thank you very much again.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Doug.
All right.